Hey everyone, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. So today we have a drag build and tune for the 2020 Nissan R35 GTR. So first off we'll be looking at how fast the car is, and then we'll take it into the tuning and upgrade menus and I'll show you how to do all of that. So if you enjoy the video or find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so first off we're taking our 2020 Nissan GTR up to the Festival drag strip so that we can see how fast it can get by the speed trap at the end. So just line it up in the drag booths here. We're going to launch this car from about 3,500 RPM. Let's drop it there. You should get hardly any wheel spin at all. It'll take off like a rocket. Up into 5th gear now. We'll hold this all the way till the speed trap, and we got a speed of 317 kilometers an hour. Alright, so now we're taking the 2020 Nissan R35 GTR into the Festival drag strip race so that we can see how fast it is against other cars, as well as get a time by the end. So launching here, you can see we launch with hardly any wheel spin at all. It takes off like a rocket in the race as well. Up into 5th gear, now 6th, overtaking the Caterham there, and we got a time of 14.7 seconds. Alright, so now that we've seen how fast the 2020 Nissan GTR is, we'll now take it into the Festival where I'll show you how to upgrade and tune it. Alright, so first off we want to take our 2020 Nissan R35 GTR into the custom upgrade menu here. So first off we'll come down to the aero and appearance tab. We're not changing the front bumper or the rear wing on this car, only the bonnet over to the vented charge speed street bonnet, just like that. Then if we come out of aero and appearance, we'll now come over to the tyres and rims. In here we'll be swapping out for the drag tyre compound, as well as making the front and rear tyres as wide as possible, and also switching out for some lighter weight rims. In here you can switch out for whatever you want as long as it is lighter than the stock rims. We'll be going for these Volk racing wheels. So out of the rim style, we're now just going to make the front and rears as wide as possible with spaces. So out of the tyres and rims tab now, we can come over to the drivetrain. So in here, we'll be swapping in the race 7-speed transmission and the race differential. So we can come out of the drivetrain now and into platform and handling. In here, we'll be putting on the off-road or rally springs and dampeners. Then we'll also be putting in the race front and rear anti-roll bars, followed by the race weight reduction. So you can come out of the platform and handling, now into engine. So in here we'll just max everything out. So race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, race cams and valves, race valves, the race engine block, race pistons and compression, race twin turbos, the race intercooler, race oil and cooling, and then finally the race flywheel. So that's it as far as upgrades go for the GTR, so you can go ahead and apply all of these. Alright, so now that we've upgraded the GTR, we can now come over to the custom tuning menu over here. So first off, I'll show you the metric tune and then I'll show you the differences for the imperial tune, and I'll leave the tune code on screen now. So for the metric tune, you will set your front and rear tire pressures down to 1.0 bar. Then if we come over to the gearing tab next, we want to set our final drive down to 2.75. Come down to there. Then the rest of the gears we can leave as is. Next, if we come over to the alignment, we're going to set our front and rear camber angles to 0 degrees and the front caster angle to 7 degrees. Next tab is the anti-roll bars. We're going to stiffen these up as much as possible to come up to 65.0 in the front and also 65.0 in the rear. Next is the springs. We're going to set our front ones here down a bit to 55.0 and the rear ones up just slightly to 55.9. Next is the ride height. So we're just going to drop the rear down to 12.0 and keep the front at stock height. Next is the dampening tab. We're going to set our front rebound stiffness here to 3.7, come down to there. Then the rear rebound stiffness we're going to set to 4.8, come down fairway on that as well. Now for the front bump stiffness, we're going to bring this up to 8.7, just like that, and the rear bump stiffness up to 9.4. So now that we've changed the dampening, we can now come over to the differential tab at the end. We're going to change our front acceleration here to 90%. We can leave the deceleration alone. Then the rear acceleration up to 95%. And then finally, if we come down to the center balance at the bottom, we can leave this at 78%. So that's it as far as the metric tune goes for the 2020 Nissan GTR. So now I'll show you the differences for the Imperial tune. So as far as differences go for the Imperial tune for the 2020 GTR is you want 15 PSI on both the front and rear tires. Then if we come over to the springs tab, you want 307.7 in the front, 313.1 in the rear. Ride heights will also be 6.5 inches in the front and 4.7 inches in the rear. So that's it as far as differences go for the Imperial tune, so you can go ahead and apply all of these. Alright everyone, so this has been a drag build and tune for the 2020 Nissan R35 GTR. So if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.